Guys, I have not always been the most happiest person. It's been like waves, right? So obviously I was in special operations. I joined the Marine Corps, took, selection for force reconnaissance, went into the reconnaissance community for a while, then went to selection for Marine Special Operations Command, did that. There were good times, there were bad times. Honestly, I remember most of the good times and forgotten most of the bad times. I guess that's how it goes. But then life took a turn when I got out, and I fell into the statistic of the broken veteran for a very short amount of time. I had some good people in my life that snatched me right out of that, and it wasn't who I was, so I realized that. But that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how did I go from special operations to an overweight, sad, depressed piece of shit that was just acting like a victim for a little while to being the man that I am today. And I did that by doing 4 things. And, in those 4 things, there's a lot more things, but these 4 different categories I want to share with you that I think that if you did the same thing, you will turn your life around. You will build the life that you want by doing these 4 things. The first thing is going to be this. I've said it. A lot of other people have said it, is ownership. Taking 100% ownership of your life. Ownership of your fitness, your weight, your health, your medical care, your hormone replacement therapy, whatever you need. You're not relying on someone else. Well, they won't do it. The VA does this, or my doctor said this, or I can't do this, or I don't have the money for this. Period. Those are just excuses. You take 100% ownership of all of it. The next thing is your finances. You look at your finances and you take 100% ownership of your finances. What's your incoming? What's your outgoing? What do I need to do? How do I change my life? Do I need to change my job? Do I need to get a second job? What do I need to do? Do I need to change my spending to increase my wealth? Period. I did that. My family. Take 100% ownership of your family. Your family's not where you wanted to be. It's your fault. Your wife ain't the person that you wanted to be. Your fault. You picked her. Hey, listen, we don't get to choose our kids. We don't get to choose our parents. We get one choice, and that choice is the spouse. And that choice is the number one most important choice that you'll ever make. It will make or break a man. Your choice. So if it's broken, fix it. Ownership's on you. And then your faith. Taking ownership of your faith and your belief and your self-belief in yourself. And whatever that faith means to you, but taking ownership of that and diving in and figuring it out. The second thing was once I took ownership and I was like, okay, everything is my fault, regardless whether it is or it isn't, doesn't matter. I had a card to play in that situation, so I'm taking ownership for it, and the outcome could be better if I reacted a different way, right? So across the board, ownership. Now I'm good. Taking ownership of everything in my life. Extreme. I built a vision because of where I wanted to go. Here I am. This is who I want to become. This is what I want. I have to build that vision because without that vision, you have no roadmap to get there. Period. If you don't know where you're going, how can you build a route? How can you build a plan to get there? So first step is, what does it look like? What does your life look like? Write this shit down. Write down, I want to live in a house that looks like this with this many bedrooms that cost this much money. My body wants to look like this. I want to be this % body fat. I want to have this much skeletal muscle mass. I want to make this much money. I want to be able to buy my wife this. I want to go on these vacations. Write that shit down. Build a vision, because once you have that, you can go, okay, well then if I want this, I know I need to make this, and then back plan from there. That's it. You can back plan from there on everything. Your fitness, your money, the jobs, what you need to learn, how you level up, what you got to do with your relationship with your significant other, how you want to parent your kids, what you want your kids to look like. Write all of it down and then back plan from there. The third thing is I got rid of any negative actors in my life, any and all. If they are people, there's a great quote that says, average minds talk about people. Simple minds talk about people. Average minds talk about events and great minds talk about ideas. And if you're around people that just gossip and talking about people, you need to find a different crowd. And I've talked about this on other podcasts on how to do that and how to elevate your conversation and change the conversation. But nonetheless, you need to audit who you're around. If you're sitting around a bunch of fat dads with their beer bellies on the weekend drinking Bud Light, I don't know, is anybody drinking Bud Light these days, Mario?
No, definitely not.
That ship has sailed. Whatever your beer of choice is, if you're sitting around in the backyard in lawn chairs just drinking beer with your beer gut belly dads, you might want to audit that situation, unless that's where you want to be. If that's your vision and you're happy there, hey, rock on, man. But if you're depressed, anxious, frustrated, pissed off, and you look in the mirror and you go, this is not the person that I'm supposed to be, well, you need to audit your friends. Because if you got 5 fat friends, you're going to be the 6th. If you got 5 fit friends, you're going to be the 6th. If you got 5 friends that are millionaires, guess what you're going to become? The 6th fucking millionaire. So audit your circle. Any negative actors in your life, boundaries. You cut them off. You're going this way. They're going nowhere. And the 4th, one of the most important things that I did to build the life that I want is I hired professionals that have already done it. I invested. I got mentors. I bought their courses. And maybe you can't do it. Maybe it's you following me on social media right now because you can't afford it. That's fine. Dive into this shit. Read this stuff. Take the notes. Do the things that I'm telling you to do. Go out and change your life. Elevate. And then buy a PDF. Buy a course. And then hire them. And then level up from there. That compressed so much time in my fitness, in my finances, in my leadership, in my businesses. I hired a coach for everything. Relationship coach, check. Fitness and nutrition coach, check. Business coach, check. I need something with my mobility, boom, hiring a coach. Why? Because it compresses time. I don't have to think about it. I can focus on the 5% that I need to do, and the rest is handled. I just turn my brain off and do exactly what they say. Because they have the experience, they've done it. All they're doing is giving me the shortcut. Hey, listen, stop figuring it out, stop failing, which I did. I did plenty of failure, spent way too much money on dumb shit, trying to figure it out. And now they're just like, hey, listen, we're just going to skip all that shit and just go towards the winning portion. This is how we're going to win. So those are the 4 things. So to recap that, to build the life that I want, I took extreme ownership of my life in every way. I built a vision of where I wanted to go so that I could build a roadmap to get there. I got rid of any negative actors in my life. Cut them off. And then I hired coaches and mentors. You do those 4 things, in a year, you won't recognize the old version of you. And if you're at that level where you want to get into a mentorship group or a low-level mentorship group, click the link below, or you can click the link below and go one-on-one with me. And you can sit in this room right here. We will whiteboard your fucking life, and we will rip it apart, and we will compress 3 years into 1 year, like I've done for a lot of other people. So you guys do that. I want to hear about it. I want to hear comments. Drop a comment below if you're gonna put these 4 steps into practice. I want to know. Click the links if you need help. Other than that, never quit, never surrender, always forward, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.